Hi, I'm Sandy, and welcome to Life with Sandy. Well, hello. Today is Wednesday, November 2nd, and we have quite a few birthdays today. Today is Connie Hulls, H-U-L-S. Today's Connie's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Connie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Kelly W.'s birthday, so Kelly, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kelly. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Margaret Robertson. Margaret. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Margaret. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Nick over at Weight Watchers with Carrie. It's Nick's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And it's also Robin Volpicelli, V-O-L-P-I-C-E-L-L-I, Volpicelli. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Robin. You know, a day wouldn't be completed unless I had someone with a difficult last name. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Robin. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great, great birthday. I don't know how she would be. I always get confused on that. She's my cousin's daughter, so I think she's my cousin once removed. Lynn, help me out with this. My cousin Lynn always helps me out with this. But her name was Robin, and she came to live with my family for a while when she was, her parents lived they lived down in Florida, and she was attending an art school. She's a beautiful artist, beautiful. Let me show you a picture of what she's painted. Let me show you. Let me see if I can put it up here. That. Oop, there we go. She painted that. Just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But I'll tell you a story about the painting in a minute. But so she was living with us when she went to art school, and she had this beautiful, what she thought, fox wrap, like it was just not like a coat. And not like a scarf, you know, like when it's ritzy people used to wear it and then they'd flip it back. You know, I hit myself when they'd flip it back and that. But it was like this fox was biting its tail, and it just grossed us out. And Denise's dog got a hold of it. It was awful. It was awful what he did with it. But she won a contest when Kiss was just starting. Because she designed some makeup. I don't know that they ever used the makeup she designed, but because I think they pretty much had their own makeup design that they wanted. But it was some kind of contest that they had at her art school, and she won first place. And the limousine came to the house and picked her up and brought her to the concert, and then she got to meet them all backstage afterwards. It was just like, we all were living vicariously through her, that she was actually going to see a celebrity. My best friend's Sue, her dad was the one of the security for the Beatles when they came to play at Olympia Stadium, and she got to meet the Beatles. I could have went, but my mother said I'd be too hysterical, and she wouldn't let me go. So I never forgave my mother for that. I could have went to see the Beatles. I could have met them. Sue did bring me back some flowers from their room, but oh well. Such is life, I guess. Such is life. If that's the least of the things that didn't happen in my life, you know, that's not like any big tragedy that didn't happen. But then Robin left art school and went on to become a missionary. And she went to the Philippines and all around in that area. And she was a missionary for the longest time. And now she's in Florida, and she does missionary work in Florida. And she heard the word of God, and she just took off. And she followed his path and spread his word. But anyway, so back to the painting. When she was not living with us, she was living with her grandmother at the time. And we were at her house, and she had like a little studio where she did all of her paintings. And I fell in love with this painting. And this would have been back early 70s. And I just fell in love with this painting. And of course, you know, she's not going to give anything away for free. So she said, you know, you can have it for $100. Well, $100 back then was probably like $1,000 now. and I thought, no, she was such a gifted artist. She could sell it very easily for $100. So it wasn't like she was trying to rip me off or anything, because she sold, you know, a lot of artwork. And I said, no, that's okay. But, you know, I do love it. It's a beautiful picture. And it was the view from her house, her studio to the house. So it just kind of had a remembrance for me. And I thought, oh, that's really nice. And then, like, she never sold that painting for whatever reason, and she gave it to my mother for a birthday present one year. And so my mother had it for the longest time, and so I told my mom, I said, well, I want that painting. Well, then when my mother moved in with me, she says, well, now we have the painting, we can have it together. And then when she passed, she told me that was my painting. So every time I look at it, I think of Robin and I think of my mother. So I have nice memories attached to the painting. And it's just a beautiful painting all the way around. So, and it didn't cost me any money, even better. So, but trying to think of what we're going to talk about today. Jim's doing really well, staying on his plan. He's still sleeping in the recliner because he said that it's just too difficult for him still to get in and out of the bed. I was answering my comments, and yes, Jim and I both got the Nair wrong. Who wears short shorts? She wears short shorts with Nair. We said legs for some reason. And then we had the Meow Mix wrong. I said it was from Purina Cat Chow, but it's Meow Mix. Meow, 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 meow. So, but it was a cute little tag. If you didn't watch it, you should go over my playlist and find that, because it was really cute. We did have fun doing that. And then this morning, Jim's still not up to going for a walk. I think it's because even though he's sleeping in the recliner, he's not getting a good night's sleep. But I understand that it's easier for him to get in and out of the recliner because he gets up a couple times during the night. So I decided to go out and rake the leaves. There were a ton of leaves. It took me over an hour. It was like, I could have blown them, you know, with the blower. But I used an old-fashioned method with the rake because I figured I could get my exercise in. I'm so jealous of when I see videos of people that they just have to rake their leaves down to the curb and then a machine comes by. When we were coming home yesterday through Grosse Pointe, that's exactly what people were doing, just raking them to the... That would be nice. That really would be nice, but that's not happening. I think it's more in older established neighborhoods where there's a lot of trees. Not that we don't have a lot of trees, but, you know, we don't have like an abundance of trees. The trees we do have are the trees that people themselves have planted themselves. The tree that I have down by the street used to be in the middle of my backyard, but when we moved in, I said that's where I want to put my pool. And I didn't want to just kill a tree, and so we hired somebody to dig up the tree and put it in the front yard. So, and the difference is the tree in the backyard, because they were both the same size. Because we replanted it, even though it's a big tree, it's not as big as the tree in the backyard, because the backyard tree stayed, you know, like where it was. But as I was raking the leaves, I thought, you know, I don't know if I like this tree that much, because it's usually Jim that rakes the leaves. But I was out there an hour, and I was just coming in the house, and Jim says, you know, I was just coming out to see how you were doing. And I said, well, I says, it's not perfect. It's not like you did it, but I mean, it's way better than it was. And I filled up just as much as David and I filled up just from the backyard, from just a little bit under the tree. It was a lot. It was a lot of leaves. But so I got my work in. I got my workout in. And for breakfast, I had a little bit of some turkey. I had some deli turkey and hard-boiled egg. Very odd breakfast I had. Some of the deli turkey, a hard-boiled egg, and a cup of tea and a banana. And then for my lunch, I had a grapefruit and some cheese and a couple berries. I forgot I had some berries left in there, so I had a couple berries and another cup of tea. And then for dinner, we're going to have chicken and mashed potatoes, and I'm going to have some cauliflower with that. Jim for breakfast had some eggs and an English muffin. And then for lunch, he just had, what did he have for lunch? Oh, he had some tomato bisque soup for lunch. And then, like I said, he's going to have chicken. He's not going to have cauliflower for dinner. He's going to have the chicken and some mashed potatoes, and he'll probably have cottage cheese with it. But he's doing really well. Like I said yesterday, when we had him weighed, he lost 13 pounds, so he was really happy with that. And I gained 6 over the last 2 weeks. But the difference is that I ate, And boy, did I eat. And Jim didn't eat. So I wouldn't want to lose the weight that way. But I'd like to lose the weight. Excuse me. So I'm planning on staying on track. And I just giving myself some grace because, it's okay to slip up every once in a while. It's not that it's okay, but, it's always easier to be motivated when things are going your way. If everything's going your way and everything's perfect, oh yeah, it's easy to stay on plan. And I really do believe that once I get back on track, which I am it's only the third day. So, I don't want to get overconfident, but I really do believe that, that once things are easier for you to recognize, and it's just easier to be motivated when you know that you're going in the right direction. When I was slipping up last week, it was just easier just to stop by the fast food place. I thought, you did it yesterday, you might as well do it today. You had Starbucks this morning when you went to see Jim, you might as well just get a Taco Bell tonight. It was easy to be motivated to go off my plan, just as easy as now this week it's easy to be motivated to stay on my plan. And I just give myself props for never giving up. I'm going the wrong way, as I've said many, many times in the past couple of years. But I am focused on going the right way. And I'm focused on making the smarter choices and giving myself some grace, not being so hard on myself. Talk to myself like I would talk to you guys. And I just know. And Barbara, I forget her last name. I think it was Barbara B. has told me she lost 116 pounds. She's only got 40 more to go. And then she says, well, maybe I'll only lose 20. Thank you for inspiring me with that thought that you lost 116 pounds. So many people have lost over 100 pounds that, let me know on my channel. And you just give me the motivation and the drive to continue. Diana Antu is almost at 80 pounds lost. She's just shy, just like that. She's going to get that next week. I just know she will. But when I hear your stories, and I'm so appreciative when you tell me how much you've lost. And I'm so appreciative if you tell me you had a gain. Not that I want you to gain. I don't want to give that opinion that I don't. But you remind me that we're all human and we all face the same battles and we all have the same consequences or benefits of our food choices. And so we have to remember that whether we have a good benefit or a bad consequence, it's our own doing. And we have to remember that. And when you remind me of how well you're doing, it reminds me that I can be doing that again. And I should be doing that again. And I will be doing that again. So I'm very proud of myself for not giving up. And I'm very proud to know that all of you don't give up either. You keep going. You just really keep going. You get discouraged. That's part of this journey, is just getting discouraged. And not that it has to be a part of the journey. I don't mean it to sound that way, but no matter how well you do at weight loss, sometimes you're going to go a little off track, and sometimes you're going to have a little bit of a gain, and sometimes you got to really fight to get back on the right path. And just know that it happens to the best of us. It really does. It happens to all of us. And don't beat yourself up. And so I have to remind myself, don't beat myself up. So Dish with D, today I was watching her, and she said that she heard from a pretty reliable source that the new Weight Watchers is going to go active on the 11th, 11/11. I'm still counting calories and doing Weight Watchers. I really know that I've lost my weight through Weight Watchers, and so that's why I really do stick with Weight Watchers. Plus, I have a contract that I got to stay with them at least till March anyhow. So that's part of the reason. But I still do count the calories, and I do feel that they learn from, just like we do. We learn from our mistakes, and I think Weight Watchers learn from their mistakes and realize that this last year was a bust. It just didn't work. I think the problem with why it didn't work was and I'm just saying from my own point of view, why I think it didn't work is because I could try a plan for so long, and if I didn't like it, I could reassess myself and do another plan. And then if I did that for a little while, then I'd reassess my plan. I don't think my body ever had a chance to catch up with my new plans. I really don't. I think I changed it too much, and I think that you have to be consistent. And I really wasn't consistent. So I think that they learned that really didn't work. And And what I do like about Weight Watchers is that they're always changing. But what I don't like about Weight Watchers is the prices are too high, and they just sometimes just don't think of the person that's paying all that money to help them more along with some better benefits, I guess. I know in the long run, it all comes down to the choices you made, because, you know, like everybody says, you know, if I had my own personal chef and if I had a fitness coach or whatever, blah, 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 you know, I don't understand why Oprah's so overweight, you know, like when she was overweight, you know, she has the money, she can hire a chef and she can, but the problem is you have to eat the foods that they give you, and you have to follow the exercise plans that they do, and you have to do that whether they're there or not. Because, you know, they can make you a fabulous meal, and you can eat it, and you can be really full, but your emotions cause you to eat. Because how many times do we eat, and it's not because we're hungry, it's just because our emotions have taken over. And so they make the choice, whether they have a personal chef or a personal trainer, to go off the rails. So their personal trainer can have them walking and everything, or doing some exercises, but if they don't put 100% effort into the exercise, they're not going to have the outcome that they're hoping for. So, but that's about it, I guess. We're going to watch our shows tonight. Survivor. I like that they moved Amazing Race to right after Survivor now, because that Love Boat sank. It looks stupid to me. But then I'm 72, so, you know, it wasn't geared for my age group anyhow. And I don't know, not to put down CBS, but CBS I think is more geared to my age group, not to like a younger age group. I don't think so. I don't think that was the right network for that channel, that to be on. But I'm not a network executive, so I don't know. But it'll be nice, because we're going to watch Survivor and then Amazing Race, and then we'll click over to NBC and we'll watch all of our Chicagos. And then tomorrow we'll probably watch our ABC shows. Too much TV, I know. Jim told me today he's missing work already, and he's still got another 6 weeks before he can go back. Jim doesn't handle just sitting around very well. He likes to be moving. So, but that's going to do it for now. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. Stay safe. Talk to you guys tomorrow.